I am the way and the life. Christ will come again. Happy Easter! Happy Easter!
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the Carla Murphy Show, Uniquely Different, where we gel, we grow, earn, and learn together. We focus on the themes of family, community, Christianity, and business. Today, we are in for an exciting show. We're going to be enriched, enlightened. We're going to feel empowered at the end of this show. We're going to also be entertained. And so we are going to begin this show today with Mr. and Mrs. Martin Bryant. We have Miss Viola Wingo Bryant, who is going to speak to us a bit about unity through the pandemic. And we have her loving husband, Mr. Martin Bryant, who is going to honor us with a poem today. We know that neither of them are strangers to the Carla Murphy Show, and we're happy to see you once again. So without any further ado, let's hear from the Bryants, Unity Through the Pandemic.
Thank you, Sister Carla. Thank you.
You're
Good
welcome.
morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. I love it. I thank God. I thank God because of him, I am here. I thank God because of him, you are here.
Amen.
My sister in Christ, Carla A. Murphy, thank you again for this opportunity for us to share just a little bit of, some things that we've been dealing with ourselves personally through the pandemic. It's been a year. It's been 365 days, maybe more, since the pandemic hit United States of America, or that we were aware of it. I know a year ago, I was one of the ones who sat back. Oh, I'll wear my mask. I'll keep my 6 feet social distancing, and thought in a few months, we'll be back out there in society, doing our thing, going back to normal work schedule. And a year later, it haven't been that way. So only by the grace of God, we're here. He has kept us. He has kept us. I can't stress that enough. I can't stress it enough. God has kept us. He has shown us favor, and we're thankful. My husband's going to recite a poem that he wrote regarding the pandemic. I know he has a series of poems that he titled "In the Midst of It All." In this pandemic, in the midst of it all, again, we are still here, and we should all be thankful. God has kept us through another day. So Martin, I'll give this to you, and you can share your wonderful words with our community.
First of all, Carla, thank you for the opportunity. Always asking, like I tell you all the time, we're always here. We're always going to say yes.
Thank you.
And I wrote this thinking through the pandemic a year ago, we didn't see anybody. We didn't talk to anybody. And through Zoom, through the internet, through Facebook, through chats, it's been unity. And the title of this poem is Unity Through the Pandemic. Unity through the pandemic, even though we have to social distance. Love for one another should never come with resistance. Reach out, speak out through video, through Zoom. We can be close together morning, night, and noon. Mask up, but we can still talk. Meet me in the park, we can still walk. 6 feet apart in person or across the miles on the video screen. Unity through the pandemic, everyone can be seen. Dial that number, hit that link, enter that passcode is easier than some think. We can all be a part of the community. In the midst of the pandemic, we can still practice unity.
He did it again. Thank you so much, Mr. Martin.
Thank you. And just a little quick, unity is in community, if I'm saying that right. So it starts with us. It all starts with us. If you have an elderly neighbor, an elderly family member that you may not have spoken with in a few months, just call them, check on them. How fun is it to have a family Zoom reunion to where you get all your aunts, your uncles, your cousins that you may not see on a daily basis or even a yearly basis, and just sit and just look at everyone's faces, laugh, talk, cry. It's just amazing. in the midst of it all, there is a sweet sound from, people just, experience, well, sharing their experiences through the pandemic, because, we may think we're the only ones that's going through something, but you'd be surprised. Like I'm involved with my marriage ministry through Zoom for church, Bible class every Wednesday at 6:30 with Pastor Blackburn. And we have morning worship with Greater Hope Baptist Church at 10 o'clock. I look forward to my Zoom meetings every week, because right now that's all I have. We'll one day be able to embrace with hugs and give a holy kiss. But for right now, continue to mask up, wash your hands, keep your distance. And one day, we will be able to be together to worship, hug, love, praise, and do everything that we were doing, maybe a little bit different, but that time will come. We just have to be patient, keep our faith in God, and just remember, there's unity in the pandemic. God bless you, Carla. Again, thank you.
Thank you so much. So Miss Viola, when it comes to unity, can you share with us some ways that we can stay connected? We know that we can stay connected through Zoom, but what are some other ways that we can unite?
We know we have Facebook. We have social media, Facebook, Instagram. I know the kids is with the Snapchat. That's another way to kind of communicate. I know Facebook have a messenger app where you can call and communicate that way. Email, we still have text messages. I know some people still got the flip phones. You can still dial your numbers on the flip phones. We can still communicate. And believe it or not, the phone book still goes around. We have landlines. Some people still have landlines, and the numbers are still the same. If we, make a phone tree and communicate with people that we may not have seen in the past year, you'd be surprised how warm that'll make their heart. And even you feel about, you contributing to that unity, or trying to expand your reach to someone that may not have been talked to or even called throughout the whole pandemic. But I mean, Facebook, Instagram, there's a lot of platforms. If anyone has any questions regarding or need a little help in, getting on Zoom, or trying to, if you want to download Facebook just to see my mother is 70 years old and she just got Facebook. She has a Facebook page, and it's just amazing to be able to see people, talk to people, communicate, and know people are doing well. People are fine, to know that people are praying for you and they have you in mind. I mean, there's a lot of ways, but again, if anyone has any questions, concerns, Carla has, my contact information. Martin, if you would like a poem, for your situation, we are here for you. We're available.
That's good. And that is so true. And there are so many ways we can stay connected. And I'm glad that you mentioned about poetry, because I know that one way people stay connected, sometimes people write letters. Yes, people do write letters, or they send postcards. Yes. And so they share. And so if anyone is looking to have a poem written for encouragement, or to even for a celebration, contact Mr. Martin Bryant. He would love to be able to put together a nice piece for you. You'd be able to frame it. You'd be able to share it. You'd be able to cherish it. And so I can testify to the fact that you'll feel much better when you have those words of encouragement that are close to you, that you're able to look at and see. Oftentimes we know of some of the popular writings like Footprints, and we have in the midst of it all with our own Martin Bryant from the Buffalo, New York area, who will be more than delighted to help you to capture those special memories for you. So Mr. Martin Bryant, if anyone is looking to try to have a poem prepared, what is the best way they can contact you? Via phone or email or social media, whatever it is?
Email inspiredfather@yahoo.com.
What's the email address again?
inspiredfather@yahoo.com.
Well, Mr. and Mrs. Bryant, thank you so much for coming and sharing with us today. It's always a pleasure for you to be a part of the show. We always feel much better, and I'm looking forward to getting a poem written also. And I don't have to share the theme. We already know I'm uniquely different. Yes. We're uniquely different. And so, Mr. Bryant, I know where to find you. I'll be looking forward to seeing it soon, and I'm holding you to it.
No problem at all.
Thank you so much. We appreciate both of you. God bless you all. And please stay safe, stay connected. And Viola, you said something so profound, which I loved it. Because unity is in community. So thank you. Thank you so much for sharing with us today. Next up, I am so excited about this segment of our show today. We have with us Miss Lakeisha Page. She is a mother, she's a civil servant, she's a human resource leader. And we just thank her for coming and sharing. She's also a caterer. And if you're looking for some delightful food to share, to have, to celebrate, or for different occasions, Food for Soul can help you. We are excited about Cooking Made Easy tonight. And Miss Lakeisha, welcome to the Carla Murphy Show. Thank you for joining us. And we're in your hands. What are we going to have today? Tell us all about it.
So this is like a 10-minute meal. Technically, it's like really 20 minutes. But let me introduce my daughter, my helper. Yes. This is Nicera West. Hello. She is a student of Elmwood Village Charter School. She's going to be my assistant. I actually have three kids, but 2 live with me still. My other one is hiding. She's a little camera shy. So she's going to be cracking the 8 eggs I need. We're going to be making a basic frittata. You can easy 10 minutes, or as we say, a quiche. Frittata is a little different because you aren't folding, you aren't scrambling the eggs. Frittata, you're going to cook it in a cast iron skillet. So if you got a cast iron skillet, put it to use. I sprinkle a little bit of oil in my pan, and our goal tonight is just to make it easy, something the kids can do with you, something that you can do as a family, and that's what I'm all about. Usually I'm at work, we're cheerleading, we're dancing, so the other one decided not to be camera shy. This is Samira West. And she's also going to go ahead and crack some eggs for me. Now, you can use basic necessities in your refrigerator. I did a lasagna for my boss this week, and I also did a frittata for her and a chocolate mousse with a basic Italian salad. So I'm not technically a caterer, but I do it for fun. Somebody asked me to do it, somebody said, Keisha, can you do it? It is a charge for it because, my time ain't free. So anyway, so that's it. Basic things out your refrigerator. Basic things out your refrigerator. I have Brussels sprouts. I have purple onions. I have broccoli. We had red peppers. We had Italian parsley. We had mushrooms. We had feta cheese. All the great sides, right? So basically what you do is you're going to crack 8 eggs. And you really can't see because my house is crazy and it's huge. I have my daughter crack 8 eggs in here. And like I said, we combine the sides. What you want to do is once you crack the eggs, you want to take about a handful of cheddar cheese, Monterey Jack cheese, whatever your special kind of cheese is. Yes, ma'am. Did you wash your hands?
Yeah.
Did you wash your hands?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Cleanliness first. So you're going to put a handful of cheese in with the eggs, and then you want to go ahead and set that to the side because you're going to add some heavy.
Miss Lakeisha, are you there? Well, we know that she's adding some heavy cream. I did hear that part of the story, and I know from speaking with Miss Lakeisha that those ingredients, we do combine them. A lot of the time is spent with chopping, for we know that when we do cook, we have to have preparation. So it's always nice to have some helping hands. So I know that we have to chop up all of those ingredients that she mentioned. She then combines the ingredients, and I can't tell it all. I can't tell all of her tricks to the trade. However, I do know that once it's combined, you mix it, you put it into that pan, that cast iron pan, and you heat it up. Miss Lakeisha, are you back there? You're muted.
I don't know what happened. It said we lost connection.
That's okay. We lost connection, but I filled in for you. I know that we had to do a lot of preparation with chopping. I know that we combined.
We chopped up everything, and now we're sauteing our Brussels sprouts, our broccoli, our onions, our red peppers, our mushrooms, our green peppers, our purple onions. And we're sauteing that. Basically, before this is all over and said and done, we're going to keep the same pie that we used from beginning to the end. You're going to take your cast iron pan once you combine everything and you saute everything up, and you're then going to combine your eggs. So while she's sauteing that, I'm going the egg, the Brussels sprouts and everything. I'm going to add 1/3 of whipped heavy cream. Now, if you're lactose intolerant, you can use almond milk, but you want to use 1/4 cup of almond milk. You can really use any kind of milk, but I suggest don't use 1%. 1% will keep it a little bit watery. You want to bring it and bind it together. So I've never been good at measuring. So, I'm from down south. We use that good old hand and we measure that way. God is good, so we're going to let it be. And I'm pretty sure it's going to turn out. So we're going to have a little one come in here and she's going to whisk our egg mixture. And I don't know if you can really see it, but you can see both of them working. So this is where you get the family involved. I can supervise. I can still have the kids putting in the work, which is a beautiful thing after I've been working all day. But we all been working. So you want to make sure you whisk that. Now, if you see it a little bit watery, you want to go ahead and add a little more cheese. Now, I'm adding the cheddar jack cheese, but I also got some feta cheese over here. So we just going to pour this on in. We don't worry about how much we use, and we just going to pour it in. Because regardless of the fact, the binding is still going to happen. You want to keep mixing that to make sure it's smooth. And then you want to go ahead and take the egg mixture that you made. Now that the
Miss Lakeisha.
You're
back. It's okay.
Okay. I don't know how much of it that you can see, but as you see, it's yellow and everything's back up from the stove, please. Thank you. You want to then go ahead and just make sure everything is even. You want to then go ahead and put it in the oven. You put it in the oven. You put it in for 10, 15 minutes. So dinner is really only going to take you about a half an hour to prepare. And I'll just bring you a little bit closer so you can see how it looks. But as you see, it looks nice. So once it's done, because we didn't prepare that first. Oh, we don't make sure pot holder. No, because you don't have a pot holder on the stove. Pan is still hot. You want to just go ahead and put that in the oven. Let it cook for about 15 minutes. It'll prop up. Once it props up, and you know that it's done. You can then wait 5 minutes, let it cool, and then you can cut into it. You can serve it hot or you can serve it cold. Either way is your choice, whatever you prefer. I prefer it with a nice glass of milk on the side. That's just me like having breakfast. But you can add sausage. You can add roasted red peppers. I prefer feta cheese with tomatoes and spinach. You have a couple of different combinations you can do. You can add bacon. My boss happened to be no pork, so I chose the feta, spinach, and tomato way to go for her. So I hope you enjoyed me.
Mr. Keith, thank you so much. That's outstanding. So you said that it takes about 15 minutes to cook?
Yes.
So will we be able to see the final product?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we'll be standing by and we are going to, it's exciting. And I love the fact that Princess and Princess West, they were able to come and share and help. And ladies, you did a phenomenal job. I'm so proud of you. Kudos to both of you. And you're outstanding.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So Miss Lakeisha may say that she's not a caterer, but as far as I'm concerned, she's a caterer. And she does a magnificent job. So if you're looking to have some treats, some fruit arrangements, some desserts, or even a meal, Miss Lakeisha Page is the person that you can get in touch with in order to make that complete. So Miss Lakeisha, we're going to check back with you in a little while before we start today's show. All right? Princess,
absolutely.
In a little while, Princess and Princess.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Miss Elise Fears, president, a leader in the Empire Baptist Missionary Convention, where our chieftain is Reverend Dr. Carl L. Washington. She is one of the leaders who works with young people, and there's something exciting happening. There's a movement in the air, and I can't wait to hear about this movement in the Empire Baptist Missionary Convention. So President Elise Fears, thank you so much for joining us. And we are anxiously waiting to hear from you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much again for this opportunity to come before you all and talk about some of the good things that's in the works, specifically with the Empire Baptist Missionary Convention of New York. For those of you who do not know, it is a statewide Baptist convention that focuses on ministry and uplifting the name of Jesus Christ through teachings, evangelism, missions, prayer, revelation, and education. And it is through the young people and young adult segment of this convention that we're going to focus in. I want to introduce to you all a new ministry that we're rolling out, the Epic Ministry. Yeah, this is going to be crazy, and ready for the pun? It's going to be epic. Okay, so so we're putting that together, and what Epic stands for is empowering people in Christ, and we're doing that through evangelism, through mission outreach, through Christian education, mixing in some of the new ways that we all minister evangelism. And so we want to do this in August. We want everyone to come on out to register. We want you guys to come and become engaged for this amazing experience that's going to happen. And what we're looking for is a Wednesday through Friday. We're going to have worship services. We're going to have Christian education breakout sessions. And we're going to talk about real life situations, real life matters in areas like grief and loss, college prep, creating small businesses, body images and knowing yourself, evangelism and outreach. And then we're also going to do little parts, projects within our convention, within our conference that weekend. And we're going to do a mission outreach project. We're calling it Epic Reach. So you all know, in order to bring people into Christ, you have to reach out. And we're also been given a task to provide and to help people in need. So our goal also within that week is to go out into the community and to distribute food and resource packets to the community that we're coming in and we're borrowing their city. So we want to give back to their city and to the people who are really in need, and all while ministering and have a concert. And we want to make sure, and I know that you've given us a certain amount of time, and I thank you for it. There's opportunities also for those who are watching to become engaged in our different ministries within Epic. So working on our media team, our Christian ed team, our outreach, our evangelism team, we're coming out with the store to sell some Epic products. So you'll be able to rock a tee, get a water bottle, a little pen, a little anything. And when people see you, you're ministering. We're talking about Epic. We want everybody to talk about Epic, and we're here to promote that. We're here to build that, and it's going to be amazing. To get in contact with us or to just ask a question, you can shoot us an email. It's epic@empirebaptistconvention.org. You can also stay connected and updated on the convention's website, empirebaptistconvention.org. It has ways to register. It keeps you up to date on all of the, not only our conference, but also all the other ministries within Empire, to keep you up to date on everything that's going on with that. Y'all, this is a movement. I'll be back on to talk about it more. I want you all to become engaged and just enjoy this worship experience together.
Miss Elise, I am excited about the movement. Epic, for certainly we all are trying to reach, and we're trying to empower people in Christ. And we know that's what it's all about. We know that we get involved in a lot of different things in our lives, but we know that only what we do for Christ will last. And so I'm happy, I'm excited, I'm glad, I'm delighted, and I can't wait for this movement to happen. For certainly, it's going to change lives. It's going to help build. It's going to really help people to reach those who are in need, and it's going to help people to grow through sharing. And so I'm all about growing through sharing. And I am hoping, praying, and waiting with great anticipation for the young people and the young adults who are going to come forward and operate in their gifts. And so again, Miss Elise Fears, Madam President, can you please tell us the best way again to contact Empire Baptist Convention for more information about this awesome movement.
Absolutely. Again, our email address is epic@empirebaptistconvention.org. Again, I just want to give a little shout out to our team who works along with myself, our co-president, Elder Lindsay Williams, who couldn't join us today. But and our director, Lady Alonda Hassel, our vice presidents, Brother Kyle Tape, and Pastor Mike Poindexter. And we've been working together, trying to pump everything out and hopefully bring together something that's beneficial to our communities and create an experience for all of you.
Thank you so much. And so these events that will take place, are there any dates set or any locations at this time?
So we're looking, we're going to announce that at a later time before we have to sign some paperwork. So before that gets off.
But will it be in New York State? It will be in New York State?
We will be in New York State. It is a New York State focused conference. So most of our events and everything will be in New York State. And then we'll keep everything updated on our social media platforms, and all that's pumping out shortly.
So, Mr. Lees, Madam President, I know that you can't tell it all, but when it comes to the ages of people that we're trying to reach, can you just speak a little bit about the ages?
Sure. We're focusing on ages 4 to 45. So we're looking at carrying through groups from the adolescent age up into the young adulthood. We're learning and we're grasping stages of learning on privilege and responsibility. So it's carrying through those different areas.
You know what? That's wonderful. And we are very, 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 like I said, we're very excited about that. And thank you so much for sharing and coming and being a part. And we are looking forward to partnering with you and all of our colleagues and our partners and friends and me and ministry. So thank you again for sharing. For certainly, we are epic and we are looking forward to being uniquely different in every way, shape, and form as we reach out to empower people in Christ. Thank you, Madam President Elise Fears.
Absolutely.
God bless you and the work of your hands as you do ministry. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Next up, we have one of our own. She is known as Mrs. Letitia Randall. She is a life coach. She is a sister. She's a mother, a grandmother, a wife. She's a friend. And she's not a stranger to the Carla Murphy Show. She's also one of the authors in Broken Crayons Still Color, which is a phenomenal book. And you'll have more opportunities to hear about that book and to be encouraged and to be enriched through the text. And so we're going to hear from my sister, my friend, my partner in business and ministry, Miss Letitia Randall. And Miss Letitia is going to talk about and share about self-help, self-care, and love. So good evening, Miss Letitia Randall, and we're waiting to hear from you.
Hey everybody. Thank you again. My sister queen. Love you dearly. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you to the couple that came on. Tell me their names again.
Viola and Martin Bryant.
Okay. Viola and Martin Bryant. Your poem was great. The information about the pandemic, the encouragement was great. Lakeisha, I would like that recipe. And Miss Lee Spears, I have probably met you. I don't know how long you've been with the Baptist Empire.
A long time.
Okay, so I probably met you before because I go to Hopewell and we used to take the kids. So yeah, I've probably seen you before, definitely at the different churches. So I want to talk about self-help and self-love and all that good stuff because it's so important. We have to learn to help ourselves, right? In order to love ourselves. We can help ourselves by loving ourselves, right? Because self-love is, appreciating oneself. And sometimes we don't do that, especially like it's women on here, men, your husband, like men or women, married, single, it's so important to know that we got to love ourselves, right? And and do self-care and be kind to ourselves, because you can be kind to everybody else, but then when it comes to you, it's like, woosah, what am I doing for me? What am I doing for me? And when I speak, of self-love and helping ourselves to love ourselves, I'm talking from a holistic perspective, and that's spiritual, physical, emotional, psychological, personal, and professional. We give ourselves, you know, to everybody else. Like, we do a lot, especially because there's women on here. So I'm going to focus on women. We do a lot for everybody else. And that is nothing wrong with that, because, service work is the best work, right? To give back to the world and to give back to people and do whatever it is that you're doing. But then it's like, okay, after running around from a long day of, doing X, Y, and Z, whatever that is, I do you ask yourself, like, what did I do for me today? Maybe besides eat or snack, right? But what did I really do for me? Did I sit down and paint my nails? And I am also, working on that too, because like I've been saying I was gonna paint my nails for months and I have not done it yet. When I tell y'all ladies, I got the nail polish out and everything and sat down and I was like, oh, something else happened. Mm-hmm. Right. So, it's just those little things, those, few minutes that you need to take to yourself, to take, so that you can do what you need to do to take care of yourself. And I can't stress it enough, because I was one of those people at some point that would, run around for everybody. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? But then at the end of the day, it was like, what did I have left for me? So in turn, me not being able to, help myself and helping everybody else, it took a toll, and it could take a toll on you. We deal with distractions every day in this world, you know, just some of anything, right? And you have to be able to, have that power over yourself. Even, distractions from, people. If you listen to your inner self, right, and the positive and the negative within, then you can purge that out. You can say, you know what, nope, I'm not doing that today. I'm not entertaining that. Even when someone comes at you, you have the power over yourself. You love yourself enough to have that power to say, this is how I'm going to address the situation, or I'm not going to address it at all. And to be able to love yourself and to, talk to God about it, and vent to great people in your life, and things like that. Also, I think this is very important too, because I know that, I work with youth, and some of our youth don't know what self-love is. Maybe because they weren't taught, or whatever the case may be, adults, old, young, old, whoever it is. I know in my heart, and I know that other people know in our hearts of hearts, that God put us here for a purpose. So I say all of this to say that we were born with everything we needed. What everything we need is already inside of us, right? And sometimes it takes some people longer than it does others to find that out. Well, that's one of my purposes. I want to help you to find that out, because I know, my struggles and my experiences and my things, and choices that I made, has brought me to where I am now, be it good or bad. But guess what? I love me, and me loving me helps me to become, a better person, right? And I feel like with self-love, we have to continue to grow, right? Because if you love yourself, can you find time to love yourself enough to look at yourself, and grow? And that goes into like these tips that I have really quick. The first tip is to look in the mirror, right? When you look in the mirror, what do you see? I'm going to say I see a child of the Most High God. I affirm that to myself, okay? And when I look at y'all, I see beautiful, amazing people. I speak life, and that's what I do, right? Because it's good to be kind to one another, right? It's so easy to, and whatever, to embrace the negative. And that's something that we have to work on, right? And it's on an everyday basis. We're constantly working on ourselves, constantly pushing to do better. And God knows I say this all the time, because I am not perfect, but I know that I am enough. And as I continue to work on me and help others work on them, then it's greatness, right? It's greatness. So the first tip is, of course, to look in the mirror and affirm that you are a child of the Most High God, and whatever other great things you would like to say. And, affirmations are awesome. I mean, you can read the Bible and affirm things in the Bible. What God says. Um, and then the second one is uh ask yourself, what do you do for yourself? What do you like really literally like sit and ask, what do I do for me? And I know sometimes people go shopping and things like that, and that's good. That's something you're doing for yourself. So, but what about internally? What am I working on internally? What do I need to work on? What do I see about myself that, I need to to get better at, right? Whatever that is. Um, and then the third one is go somewhere by yourself. You can enjoy your own company. There is nothing wrong with that. Some people may think it's weird to go sit by yourself by the lake or wherever it is that you choose to go, and that's okay because going into my fourth tip, we cannot worry about what other people think. Okay, I mean, opinions are all over the place in this world. We got social media where people, are do the most on social media. It's almost like an outlet for nothing but negativity. So when I'm on my timeline, I see all the positive stuff, and woo, I'm like, I get excited. It's that energy that that feeling, to know that we, it's good and bad in this world, but we have a choice on which one we choose to feed, right? And so whatever one you feed is the one that wins, right? So the fifth one is life is about learning and growing, and whatever it is that you want to do wherever you are, if you are way up, or if you are, you know in the middle, or if you're feeling down. And I say this to anybody that watch this, work on yourself and look at loving yourself, and starting with you first, God and you first, and all else will follow. Don't worry, be happy, and embrace this life, because after all, it's the dash that counts, right? So I think that's it. I mean, overall, it's important for us to continue this journey and to love one another and to be kind to one another. I know we cannot save the world. I used to think I could, but and I've said this a number of times, but I know that's not the case. So just work on bettering yourself and loving yourself, and doing what God has for you to do, the purpose, the gift, whatever it is that you're here for. It's about choices. So you choose to be great, and amazing and awesome and all that good stuff. Yep. So
Miss Letitia, that was excellent. Thank you so
Thank
very
you.
much. I feel much better. I feel encouraged, and I do feel empowered. And I know that I'm going to continue to look in the mirror. I do love me, and I
yes.
know that I am enough.
Yeah.
And life is about learning and growing. And that's why I love gelling with people, because we certainly we should grow, earn, and learn together. And so that's very, very important. And I guess I'm one of those people they call strange, but I love to go to the park and just to sit and relax and to read, maybe have a little dinner, do some work, or just sit and enjoy nature. And you can think, you can meditate, you can pray, and you can just have me time and enjoy being by yourself, like you
Yeah.
said. So I certainly encourage it. And I thank you for coming and sharing, because certainly if anyone didn't know, and especially to our princesses out there, I want you to know to make sure that you love yourself. I
Yes.
want you to love God, love your family, and I want you to know that you are enough.
Yeah.
You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are beautiful.
Yes.
You are uniquely different. And we love you, love you, love you. And so, Miss Letitia, thank you for sharing those nuggets, as I'm going to call them. Those were some outstanding and amazing tips that can help anyone, regardless of their age.
Mm-hmm.
And if anyone is looking for a life coach to help you along the way, to help you to improve on your journey, then Miss Letitia Randall, what is the best way that you can be reached for your services?
So right now, guys, I'm definitely in the process of creating my website. And I am on Facebook, Letitia Randall, Latisha Randall, Randle. And yeah, you can inbox me on Facebook if you like. And I can't wait till the website is done. It's coming together, so I'm getting excited about that. excited about the book coming out next month. And yeah, so work in progress for emotion.
Slow and steady wins the race. You are doing a
Yeah.
magnificent job. I'm so proud of you. Continue to stay the course and don't deter. For truly, what God has for you is for you.
Yeah.
And I know that his will is going to be done. And I know that you're going to continue to be a blessing to many people and help people along the way. So, Miss Letitia, thank you so much for coming and sharing from your heart to help us to be better people.
Thank you guys too. Thank you, Carla.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I see Miss Lakeisha is back. And how's that frittata coming along?
Frittata's good. So done. I will. Where's my pop? Wait a minute.
I'm gonna cut it.
Ooh, I can't wait, princess. I cannot wait.
So this is what our frittata looks like.
Wow.
Yeah. Easy to wash. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cut it. So
I'm gonna cut it.
let's get a knife. Wait a minute. We'll do it that way. Where's your
That looks amazing. Absolutely amazing.
You could cut it. Let it sit for a few minutes.
So if you like cook, that's gonna be mine.
Yeah, we'll get it out of here. That doesn't break. Yes, it does. And I'll have a taste tester. And this is what it looks like. Oh, we gotta get a close up.
Oh, yeah.
We'll bring the camera down.
That looks amazing.
We're gonna let the taste tester test it. Now you can have this for breakfast. You can have it for lunch. It's easy. My kids are gonna like it because they like everything. They think I'm the best cook, but I think it's crazy. Go ahead. It's hot, so you're supposed to blow it. Here, try it. Yeah, that's hot. That's hot, baby. You can't do that here. I know here.
That's what I'm talking about. Miss Lakeisha, that looks absolutely amazing. And I already know that there's some eyes over there that are focused, and I can only expect to taste that very, very soon. Right, Mrs. Viola? Taking it all in. And so
You can, and you can go ahead and finish if you want it. Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Here, can you give me a napkin so I can get that
Can
up?
I get another?
I'm excited.
And here she is. She said, "Can I have another piece?" She's already asking for another piece before she walked away. So I'm gonna grant her her wish.
I want a small piece.
So much, Miss
But
Lakeisha, for
you're
sharing
very much welcome.
the Carla Murphy Show. For truly, you are uniquely different. That looks amazing.
Thank you.
I can't wait to have my slice. And so, Miss Lakeisha, for people who are looking for some food for the soul, if they're looking to cook and make it easy, if they're looking for some fast 10-minute dishes, some 30-minute dishes, what is the best way to reach you?
Well, email, phone number. My number is 716-578-0067. My email address is lpaige177@gmail. Just to also let you know, I also run a non-for-profit organization based out of Atlanta, Georgia, called Simply United Together. I encourage people to look me up because I like to feed people. I like to feed the homeless, and I try to do it using. Last time I actually did was 2 Christmases ago because this past Christmas was COVID. But usually right before Christmas, I like to give away 100 Christmas trees, and I like to feed the homeless every Sunday or every Saturday between the months of October through December. So if that's something you might be interested in, you might want to donate your time, you might want to donate a service, please feel free to look me up. Please feel free to email me, Facebook me. You'll see my children on my Facebook page. My children are cheerleaders. They're getting ready to go to nationals in Charleston, South Carolina, MA. They just got their bid yesterday. They cheered for Buffalo All-Star Extreme. So if you're looking for something for your kids too, please do send your children to Buffalo All-Star Extreme. We love Yanni, and we are ready to go.
I love that. Thank you so much. And simply
Thank
united
you.
together. That is absolutely amazing. And I love how the themes have just come together. We heard Miss Viola and Mr. Martin. They talked about unity and community. And that was just amazing. Miss Letitia, she talked about how we can support. It's okay to support one another, to tell someone, give someone a compliment, to just be together on one accord, united, because there is strength in unity. And I don't know about you, but I'm sure the people on this platform today can say that we feel better when we're together. And so I thank you so much, Miss Lakeisha. And Simply United Together, we're definitely going to figure out a way that we can help to support one of your events or something that you're doing to be a blessing. Simply United Together, you can certainly count on Uniquely Different, the Carla Murphy Show. We're going to do something. You're going to have a donation, I know, from Jewelry by Celeste, which is Celestine Murphy, my mother, who makes jewelry. And there's some others too that's out there. I can't tell it all right now, but just know that we're going to make sure that we do sow a seed into that phenomenal ministry and outreach that you're doing, Simply United Together. So we stand.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Miss Lakeisha, Miss Letitia.
That's okay. Can I have your phone number again?
Yes, it's 716-578-0067.
Okay, 716-578.
So just keep in mind when y'all look up Simply United Together, the actual person who runs Simply United Together is based out of Atlanta, Georgia. So you'll see all his information, Mr. Jones, but you'll see me as the chapter chair for Buffalo, New York. And usually we go to the Buffalo Bills games and we use that as a way to fundraise our money to support our events, opposed to asking people for money, because asking people for money in this time is not a good thing. But I can go to the Buffalo Bills Stadium and serve some food for them and get some money from them to support what I'm doing. So if that's something you're also interested, I don't know if I'm doing it this year. I may do something different. I may cook dinners and say, I'm feeding the homeless. I'm doing it out of the Buffalo Urban League Center. A couple of years ago, we did it right out of, at that time, it was the Center. I'm sorry, not the Grider Center, the Moselle Center. But now that's the Urban League. So the person and I have a good rapport. So if I need to do something else there, I can. But I also live in a building where I have a community room. And if I live near a lot of homeless people in some areas, and if I can help somebody, or somebody that needs some help, or even somebody that's looking to get the vaccine and need to figure out how they can. I also schedule appointments on the weekends during my free time to try to help elderly people work their phones or schedule for a vaccine. So if that's something that you want to do, or you need, somebody that's looking to get a vaccine and they don't know how to do it, Ms. Murphy will tell you or attest to you that I've done it for a couple of people where I work, and it was pretty easy. I got them appointments when everybody else wasn't thinking about them. So I'm thinking about them, and if you need some help, please let me know.
So Miss Lakeisha, I just have to have you to share with the viewers and the listening audience, because you have taken the time and sacrifice, and she really has done what so many others would not do. Miss Page took the time on a Saturday to help people to get those vaccination appointments scheduled. And I just need for you to share with the viewers, and this is not to boast or brag, this is just to encourage someone else along the way. Approximately how many people, Ms. Lakeisha, have you helped to get appointments scheduled?
So far, 67 people. And this is just through family and friends. The person I helped first told his sister. His sister didn't know how to do it. She told her aunt, who was in a wheelchair. There's people that live in my apartment building that are elderly, who don't have family or do have family, but they're not thinking about the vaccine. To each his own. I'm not here to criticize. I'm not here to say yay or nay or to give my opinion. But what I will say is, if you want it, I hope you get it. There are ways besides going to, you can go to CVS. People didn't know that you can go to CVS and get a shot if you was over 65. And that's mainly who I dealt with, was the people that were over 65 who needed help, who didn't understand their technology, who wasn't sure about whether they were going to make a mistake, whether they were going to be tracked. So I didn't mind helping anybody. As long as you trusted me to give me your information, I was willing to help you the best way I could. Again, I had some free time. It was good to donate it. You know, I have a lady that lives in my building that always knocks on my door. Her children live about a couple of hours away. And so whenever she needs something with her phone updated, or when she needs something, you know, just to try to make an appointment, she comes and knocks on my door and says, I don't know what I'm doing. I said, it's all right, I can help you. Oh, and as she says, I'm done. She's like, I'm done. So obviously, you know, it was good. It's gone, and it didn't take her long. But God is good. You know, I've been blessed to be able to have some of the things that I was worried about having. And with that tool that God has given me, I just try to find a way to do the best thing I can for somebody else. I don't charge for that. You know, that time is for people that need help. And my mother is in a wheelchair and she's paralyzed from the waist on down. So I have a lot of responsibilities, but one more ain't gonna bother me. So if I can do something for somebody else that's gonna benefit them, I'm all for it.
Thank you so much for sharing that awesome testimony. And yes, Miss Viola, yes, I love that. Look at her.
Thank you.
That was just it really was enlightening, and it was encouraging. And to each of you, Miss Viola, Mr. Martin, Miss Letitia, Miss Lakeisha, please know that your living has not been in vain. I've watched you work, I've watched you share, I've watched you sow. And God has so many rich things and blessings in store for each of you and for all of us, because he taught us to share and he taught us to love. And so that's what I know each of you to be, testimonies of those who do. And so thank you so much for your partnership and your love and your care that we do share. And I commend each of you, because you don't have to do it, but you do. And so that has a special place in my heart, that each of you would care about someone else. So thank you. Miss Lakeisha, that was outstanding. That was absolutely outstanding.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Mr. Martin Bryant, are you ready?
Yes.
In the midst of it all, here we go.
And it's funny. Excuse me. She gave me the message. Bill gave me the message. Did you want me to do something? I didn't have nothing. I promise you. Legitly. Didn't have nothing. But because of everybody who spoke on the show tonight, I threw something together.
All right.
Glory.
That's why I have 5 minutes.
You better show that talent. Show that talent.
Say that.
Epic, empowering people through Christ. Keep in mind, he rose day thrice. Keep in mind, we must always be nice. Self-care, self-love, it's gotta suffice. Epic through the hectic, through the trials and tribulations. In the midst of it all, Genesis through Revelations. We spoke on unity, we cooked, and at some point we gotta clean. Uniquely different, we must all stay in the green. We must be epic and grand, and that's gotta be our vice. We must stand empowered people in the Lord Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Amen. That was beautiful. Thank you so much.
Right.
Yes, yes, yes. That was its original at its finest. And so, yes, Mr. Martin Bryant is uniquely different. He can't write a poem. It will be profound. You will be excited. And so, in the midst of it all, Mr. Martin Bryant, we thank you for taking that time, given those moments to share your gift with the world, for truly you are uniquely different. Thank you so much. And thank you to Mrs. Viola for sharing Mr. Martin with all of us here today. We thank you so much. Next, I just wanted to talk a moment about Youngpreneurs Alliance, which is a group of young people from the ages of 4 to 25 who are partnered together, and we help to support and resource them as they move forward on their journey to build their businesses. It's for young people who are in business, who are looking to start a business, or people who just want to grow and maintain their business. It's also for the people that they love. For truly, we all could use a little bit of support. So Youngpreneurs Alliance, we have some amazing youngpreneurs. We have Miss Tatiana Williams, who is the real elite. She does eyelashes. We have Faith Amani, who has created nail polish. We have Christian Blue, who makes bracelets. We also have Miss Eva Joy Bostic, who has a lip care line, which is lip conditioner, lip scrub, and lip gloss. We have Miss Brianna. We have so many youngpreneurs. We have little Hayden, who is an author. We have our young little Prince, who's there, who helps his grandma with her business. He also has a twin, and we're looking forward to seeing and hearing from Rashad and Rashad. We have so many different young people who are doing an amazing job, and we stand with them, we support them, and we're looking forward to each of you just growing together. We are excited. This has been an amazing show. What more can I say? We all came together, we united in love, and now it's time to go. So we say thank you so much for coming and sharing and being a part of the Carla Murphy Show, for truly you are uniquely different. If anyone is looking to highlight themselves, to talk about their lives, to talk about their greatness, to share about their uniqueness, please contact me. I am your host, Carla A. Murphy. My telephone number is area code 716-553-3109. You can also email me, Carla Murphy, uniquely different @gmail.com. And if you're looking on social media, you can find me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Alignable, Instagram, and LinkedIn. God bless you all. Thank you for joining the show. Have a wonderful night until we meet again.
Yes, you as well.
Bye.
See y'all later. Take care.
Bye.
Love you guys.